Welcome to CNN 10 Life Lessons from the Native Tribe, the healthiest hearts in the world. A few years ago, I read reports of an indigenous tribe living deep in the Amazon forest whose members had hardly any evidence of heart disease. In fact, the researchers concluded, after a year-long study of Discman, as they are called, had the healthiest hearts in the world, a title previously held by Japanese women. Preventing heart disease is a topic I think about all the time, given my own significant family history of heart disease. Like many people, I worry it was inevitable for me. So last summer, I decided to travel to Bolivia, one of the poorest countries in South America, to learn what it could teach me the rest of the world about preventing heart disease. We all knew that these men lived in small extended family clusters of 60 or so people along the rivers. We finally found one of the villages just as the sun was starting to set. Having traveled to more than 100 countries around the world, it is particularly fantastic for me to find places that are still so different than any I have seen, as was the case deep in the rainforest. That night we set up our tents in the middle of the forest, begin our life as discipline, with no electricity and modern conveniences. One day, I pulled down my iPad, tapping and swiping through the screen, and the discipline were looking at me like I was a sorcerer. I went foraging with a woman, hunting and fishing with a man, and played soccer with kids. My goal was to learn the secrets of those with the healthiest hearts in the world, and I approached it by focusing on big three: diet, activity, and rest. As far as the diet goes, my expectation was that there would be short of cardio diets with up to 65% of the calories from animal meat. Instead, I found nearly the opposite, that these men get most of their calories from carbs. This type of diet is born out of necessity in the Amazon, because farmed food is more certain, especially during the hunting season. As you might also imagine, the food there is not processed or refined, lacking any added sugars or salts, or natural carbs are mainstay of the healthy-hearted discipline, along around 50% fat and 50% protein. Additionally, the diet provides twice as much fiber as the standard American diet, according to the article in the Lancet Medical Journal. The diet has lots of micronutrients such as selenium, potassium, and magnesium, coming from their farm food. Spending time with these men, I also learned from talking to them and also my own observations that intermittent fasting was part of the culture. It's not because the fashionable, because of the food scarcity. Nearly all of the working hours, the discipline are standing and working. Again, assumptions about the hunting gathering society might help you envisioning a group of men with bows and arrows sprinting through the forest after the prey. Typically, though the hunts there would be long, slow affairs. The discipline spend lots of time working and tracking, outlasting the animals, not outrunning them. If the hunters do get meat, really work for it, working miles over the course of hours. And the traditional farming foraging mostly done by the children and women, would similarly be all-day affairs. On average, the discipline take about 17,000 steps a day. While there is so much advice we all get about the optimal types of exercise, like cardio, high intensity, internal training, resistance training, those with the healthiest hearts of the world are constantly active but not intensely active, and they have ever sit. With my little tent set up in the middle of the distant village, I also got a pretty clear idea of how they rest. It was a predictable schedule. It was entirely based on light. As soon as the sun went down in the evening, people retired to their homes, and within half an hour, I heard deep breathing and snoring all over the camp. Turns out, you don't have a device to stare at. You tend to sleep early and deeply. Around 9 hours later, with the call of the answer of the rooster, the distance, the camp would start to stir, and another day of hunting, gathering, and soccer playing would begin.